In order to be the greatest at something in life, you have to be willing to sacrifice what most people aren't. And you know what that is? Risk, time, energy, effort. There's a lot. Some people may say, I work hard, I do this, I do that. But and guess what? In life, you don't get rewarded by working harder. You get rewarded by working smarter. And working smart, you still have to work hard, just not as hard. But let me explain deeper because some people may be thinking, oh, I don't have to work that hard. That basically, I'm not trying to get the memo or put the message that you can just be lazy and expect things to just work out. No, okay, that's what a lot of guys and even women do at times. They think it's all just going to work out, or they're just expecting some man or woman who's already successful, who's already taken the risk, sacrificed, put in a crazy amount of effort, took a lot of losses and a couple wins, but the wins outweigh the loss at the end of the day, and expect them to take care of them. If you have that mindset, you're very delusional and you need to get snapped back into reality because you suckers is tripping. All right. But as I'm saying, you need to take risk and manage the risk that can benefit you. What am I talking about? Different things that can generate you money. Usually it's some sort of business most of the time. Whether if you were on TikTok Shop, a lot of people were on that and it generated them a lot of money because they were selling a lot of products on there or promoting it and they got some sort of, revenue AdSense from it. Even that wasn't easy. Some people got flagged. Some of their trying to promote other products, some TikTok sometimes just started to flag their page. There's a lot of different things that can happen and there's a lot of risk to it no matter what. But I mean, TikTok's about to be banned in the US for obvious reasons. But besides that, it's always through business and sales. That's really the way to being rich or wealth. I feel like we need to dig deeper compared to being an athlete because not everyone could be an athlete. Not everyone could perform at the best. Even some of the best don't make it to the league, to the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, Major League Baseball, professional soccer. They don't make it that far. If you make it to college, you're already in. I didn't look this up, so I don't know. But you're in like maybe even the top 10%. Maybe 15% if we're going to give it a little more. But if you make it to the pros, you're in like the top 5%. Honestly, I don't even think you're in the top 10%. You're probably in the top 5. You're probably in single digits if you make it to the pros. That's just how good you are or the type of connections and resources that you have. If you have both, even better. But it's always one or the other or both, and having both is better. Having more is better than one, right? You want to be multidimensional. But for everybody else who's not into sports or just, even if you were good, but you never got to the big leagues or you never went to got to play in college, or you did and you didn't go to the big leagues, then guess what? You got to have a different plan and route. You have to have a degree because some college athletes low-key take a risk. They already believe they're going to the league. Some do, some don't. And some will literally, just because they're on full ride, they'll get a ridiculous, useless degree just because. You always need to have a backup plan. I know some people may say you shouldn't. I'm the type where say always have a backup plan, but never think about the backup plan. That's some psychological thinking right there. Have a backup plan in case everything fails, but never focus on the backup plan because you and your mind and your heart know that it won't fail. That is some strong mindset type of shifting because not many people could do that. Not many people could have a backup plan in case all fails, but still believe that they won't need that backup plan. That's some psychological strength right there. Like, you try to tell somebody that, they're going to look at you like you're crazy, you're delusional. And man, you have to be crazy and delusional when it comes to your goals because that's how the greatest did it. Do you think people believe Elon could do something on Mars? I don't follow Elon, so I don't know. But some with Mars. Or that Jeff Bezos, the founder and multi-billion-dollar company of Amazon, he's the perfect example. He literally was like, what? See, back then, if you wanted a package, you had to go to, it had to be manually mailed to you. Now with technology too, you could get same day delivery. That's what Amazon Prime, if I'm not mistaken. It's just quicker delivery. It doesn't take as long. It's about time. Being efficient with your time. So in the beginning, I already know people didn't support him. People thought he was probably stupid or crazy or ridiculous. I know he probably got a lot of backlash, but he believed in himself and he kept going and he saw what people needed. He probably was like, dang, he probably heard his parents or his friends or some people complaining about how their package was taking too long. Now, sometimes people's packages still take too long sometimes, only if it's shipped out the country and or it gets delivered to the wrong address. Besides those two main circumstances, usually the packages don't take that long compared to back then. So he found a problem that everyone, or at least most people, needed, and was able to form a business and system around it to where he could provide for that. It's crazy because he's serving other people because he knows, I don't know if he knows, but I know at least, which I would think he knows too. People are addicted, most people are addicted to a lot of different things. But in this case, shopping, spending, especially women. I'm going to make a future video. I don't know how soon. I will make a video about how women are expensive. And I'm going to go deeper into that. Because there's different categories and different definitions of how expensive women are, right? I'm going to go into that in detail in another video. But it shows you how addicting it is. When you go to the mall, you always see women shopping. You can never go to the mall or any public spot that has a lot of nice things and you don't see women shopping or looking for guys to buy things for them. That you got them too. You know, you got them too. So it's kind of like, okay, if you want to get into that business, that's really more of a want, and that instead of a need, it's more of, it's really not like actual value because it's not really helping them. If anything, it's more of leaning into an addiction, and you could do that. That is a side of business. Some people are in that type of business where they can think about the drugs, the vapes, the alcohol. They're in that line of business because they know you can be addicted. If they just feed into your addiction, that's a business. I'm not saying it's the brightest business idea or business model, but if it makes you money, I guess it makes you money. It's whatever fits you and rocks your boat, right? So you need to make sure that you always find something to take a risk in. And it's going to usually be some sort of business. Sales and marketing is literally the top tier. Sales is just to get leads and to get people interested. Marketing is to get people to be aware of your said product or service. And then when you get the marketing down and then you get those sales, to make those sales and get people interested, you got to show them what your product does, why you should buy it. What is it that whatever your niche is, or your industry or your competition, why your product is better than the other industries, what differentiates you, and then your pricing. It's so many different factors. That's a lot of work. A lot of people don't want to put in that effort. And guess what? It's okay. Some people rather work a corporate job and just get paid an hourly wage. You know why? Because that's easy. When you're in business, the company you work for, literally, the owner, the CEO, all of them, guess what? The actual owner of that company took a huge risk in building that company, right? They took a huge risk. They did not know, they were not sure how much money they were going to make, or profit. They took a huge risk, And most of the time, I feel like a lot of people don't say this, that a lot of successful people actually did their business and managed it while they worked a regular job too. They just made sure to make time. Time is something we can't get back. It's our most valuable asset. So they made time on their off days or after work in their free time to go hard on their business. Now, some may push the narrative to just drop your job and just to go all in. But I would say keep your job just because you still get some sort of paycheck or some sort of money. But your job should be a reminder. The only time you should quit is if it's just giving you problems and that environment is just toxic or something. Other than that, but you still want to take risks, you can still get an annual, bi-weekly or weekly paycheck, and whatever money you're making, still reinvest in yourself and your education, continuously learning, and until your, venture or your side hustle or business or whatever takes off, that's when you can quit. And worst comes to worst, you get laid off or fired for whatever reason, company decides to go in a different direction. You at least, and if you're smart with your money, you still have money saved up to where you kind of have just a slight safety net until your, side hustle or risk taking, spiritual realm of whatever you want to do in life and take risk in makes you the amount of money you want. It's all about working smarter, not harder. Yeah, you're still working harder for that job, but you're also, by having an hourly rate and hourly wage and salary, per year, but you're also working smarter by taking risk and investing time in yourself, which is something a lot of people don't do. We have a lot of distractions and vices and everyone trying to watch Netflix, and Netflix prices keep going up. I'm not into Netflix. I ain't got time to watch no Netflix. Ain't nothing for me to watch. I'm all about just watching and educating myself on different things, and that's just me. Some people might be thinking, Blake, you're crazy. Blake, you don't have a life. Good, because guess what? My life is going to be so much better when I ain't got to worry about money. That's when it's going to be. Money solves a lot of your problems. It may not make you the most happy. Happiness comes from within, but you need to be able to have a lot of money saved up, a lot of money for yourself. And everyone's definition of a lot of money is different. A lot of money to most people is when you can cover your bills and you still have money left over to do what you want to do with it. You ain't got to be the richest to be able to do that, but you still need to make sacrifices to even qualify for that. You just do. And if you're not willing to do it, then this ain't for you. If you ain't willing to take risk and sacrifice, that's cool, because guess what? When you hit 24, 25, close to 30, life starts hitting you in the face. Life starts weaving and punching you and kicking you back. It's like a tornado, hurricane, dust storm, every type of natural disaster thrown your way at almost 100 miles an hour. And you can't catch a break. So you might as well take the early years to suffer, sacrifice, take risk. That way when you get older, you won't be in such a risky, already compromised position financially, because guess what? Life is all about risk. So you got to pick and choose your battles and your risks. Life's risky. So pick a side. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, like, subscribe, comment down any other future videos you may want to see. If this resonated with you, save it, comment, do whatever you got to do. Rewatch it again later. If you know someone who's in a similar situation and they want to be the best at something, but they don't know how, share this video with them. And until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one.